It's so good when it's gone.
Now he gives it to O'Brien, who has a bounce. The chase provided by Ballantyne, but Harry's got a bit of toe. Kicks it towards the goal square. Oh, he's kicked a remarkable goal! One of the goals of the year!
Remarkable indeed. I've been looking forward all day to having a chat to Harry O'Brien, the only member of the Brazilian State of Origin team, and he joins us on the couch. Welcome to On the Couch, Harry.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me.
You're probably the second most famous Harry in football, maybe the third most famous if we include Harry Madden. But ever heard of Harry Beitzel?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, I guess that just shows, Mike, that it's
Harry Beitzel is
a couple of generations
80,
away. Have you ever thought, Harry, what you'd be doing if you were still in Brazil? We know you came to Australia as a 3-year-old, but if you threw yourself back and things had been different, where do you think you'd be?
I'm not too sure, really. I've been back to Brazil, I suppose, in the last 3 years. I've been back twice. But, I do know there's a lot of there's not that much opportunity there, so I'm not too sure. Could be anything from unemployed to there's a lot of crime there, so yeah, it could be anything.
You were a rookie elevation in 2006. Is it true that you paid your way over from Perth to have a crack at Collingwood?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't get picked up in the 2004 national draft, and I just didn't want that to ruin my dream of playing AFL footy. So 2 days after the draft, I called Derek Hine, our recruiting manager, and asked him if I could come over to train. I said I'd pay my own way over and put myself up to stay somewhere, and he said, I can't promise anything, but I'll call you back at the end of the day. And he called me back. I can remember it was 2:34 Perth time, and he said, get over. So yeah, I got the opportunity to train for the 2 weeks prior to the national draft, to the rookie draft, and yeah, so I was very fortunate.
Now, you played with Nathan Buckley and obviously under Mick Malthouse, and there's a lot of speculation about who's going to coach Collingwood. Both have got their strengths. You prefer Mick, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Mick's been a great coach for you over the time. Yeah. Your teammates reckon that you're the worst Brazilian soccer player that's out there ever. Well, what's he done for you, Mick, to create you from a rookie, just getting on a rookie list to where you are now?
I think Mick, obviously being so experienced, he knows how to deal with the variety of personalities, and he treats every player differently, as he should, because every person is an individual. So with me, he really knows how to get the best out of myself, and just watching him with other players, a perfect example would be Paul Medhurst. Knows what makes players tick, and he knows how to motivate them to get the best out of their potential.
Love the way you play, Harry. I think a lot of us do. But I'm interested in your heritage and your background. Your mother was Brazilian?
Yes.
And your father's from Africa?
Yes, from Democratic Republic of Congo.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've got the tattoo on your shoulder says, "I am a golden Negro from Mother Africa." Is your heart in Africa?
My heart's not in Africa. That was more just paying homage to... it's actually a Brazilian saying. It was from my samba school in Brazil called Morro da Serrinha. That's... their song in the 97 Carnival, which is the big carnival in February. That was the title of their song, and it was just paying homage to their roots, the African roots in Brazil, and I thought that was a good way to sum up my personality.
Do you see your natural father? He's in Melbourne, isn't he?
He is in Melbourne, yeah. Just recently got back from Africa.
And you got a relationship with him?
I do. I wouldn't say it's a strong relationship, but I do know him, and yeah, we're civil.
Now, the other sad part at the start of the season in March, your stepfather Ralph died at his own hand. That was very difficult for you on the start of the season, I know that, but you've actually gone into print, have you not, about dealing with suicide?
I haven't formally gone into print. I do a little piece for the Collingwood website called Harry's World, and I just write about anything, about thoughts that I have, and I decided to share my experiences with my father taking his own life just the week before round one. Look, the reason why I did it, some people say, oh, you're brave, you're courageous. I don't see it as being brave or courageous. I see it as being logical, because I understand the circle of influence that AFL players have in society, and it would be a no-brainer for me not to be able to share with other people, to give other people inspiration and give light to other people.
So what's the theme of your message?
You'll have to read it in the Age. I know you're.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
You'll have to. I'm sorry, but you'll have to read it, Mike. I know you're a man of the Herald Sun, but you'll have to buy the Age and read it for yourself.
Jeez, he's very commercial. He's our Harry. Can I ask you an on-field question? If we cast back 6 weeks, Mick Moldhouse was under a lot of scrutiny when you were losing games, and the pressure was because of the style of play, that he wasn't a modern coach. Essentially, he went round the boundary line instead of going down the middle. We've got some graphics to show that you do go, I guess, more than anybody around the boundary line, but you're only 3 or 4%, might have been 4 or 5% less than St Kilda, who, as we all know, are the powerhouse at the present time. When you get the footy at centre-half back, you can either go down the middle or you can go out wide. Are you under any instructions by Mick to go wide, or is that just an illusion?
I think that's just an illusion. I think a collective consciousness is such a powerful thing. One person like yourself might, if you say that we go around the boundary, then because you're quite a prominent figure in the media, a lot of people are influenced by that. A lot of people in our society can't think for themselves, so they just rely on someone else's opinion. So
it's very informed, though, Harry.
Here's that graphic, Harry. You go around 46%, but St Kilda go around 41%, and there's never been a question of Ross Lyons, I guess, cutting-edge nature of his coaching. Yeah. Geelong are also right down the bottom, I guess, but they're the two ends of the spectrum.
I think the main thing is what I'm trying to stress is, we do use the boundary line, but there's no right or wrong way of going about things. I think where a lot of teams fall in the trap of following, I suppose, last year's premiers or whatever, and I think the coaches or the teams that are able to be most successful are the ones that use their list to their own strengths and create a game plan around that. And Mick doesn't stress for us to go around the boundary line. I'm sure, like all the other coaches, he'd say to use the best option, and most of the time the corridor's always flooded, so the safe option is to go to the boundary.
The next month you've got a massive month. You win the 3 out of 4, and you look like you'll secure a 4th spot. This game against the Bombers is a huge game. Where do you think you got? What's Mick's message for this week against Essendon? How are you going to close them down and get on top?
Haven't really spoken too much about the game yet. I think tomorrow we'll speak more in depth about how we think we're going to beat the Bombers. It was quite disappointing, that game. The game earlier, or the Anzac Day game, where we felt we should have won. So,
who will you take, Harry? From memory, last time you were on Love It. You can take them tall or small.
I was on Alwyn Davey last time.
Yep. Right.
I think the beauty of today's game is that there's no set positions really for defenders. It's more about matchups, so it can be a variety of players.
Because you played on Scotty Lucas before, who's 6'4", and you played on Alwyn Davis. You've got a lot of versatility there that you can throw yourself around.
That's I think that's a good thing about our backline, that we can chop and change on whoever comes down there.
Just if you do get to match up on Alwyn Davey again, I just want you to be wary. He's got a new trick, and he combines with Andrew Lovett fairly comfortably here. He's got some skill, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Is he the quickest bloke you've played on?
Certainly, yeah. He's almost impossible to stop when he's at full pace.
Harry, I am fascinated by your enlightened and caring attitude for someone so young. You're 22 years of age. Last summer you were in Mozambique in the middle of an AIDS-ridden country just near the Zimbabwean border. Is that part of you've got an ambassadorial role with the Burnett Institute? It's just, as I said, fascinating that someone so young could care so much.
Yeah, I don't really look at age. I think age is only a state of mind, really. I know 40-year-olds that act as though they're 15. I know young people that act as though they're very wise. So I don't really look at the age side of things. I think just with my background, and I suppose that some of the things that I've been through in my life, this is the path for my life. So that's just, yeah. One
of your ex-teammates, and I think you probably identify him, says, to ask you the question, is football the end, or is it the means to the end? Now, what did he mean?
Was that Nathan Buckley?
I can't neither confirm or deny that.
Okay, it was definitely Nathan Buckley. What he means by that is he's always asked me, is football, am I doing football now? I suppose is a vehicle to get to where I want to in life, and I play football because I'm very passionate about it, and it's been a lifelong dream of my own, but I'm also passionate about other things, and those passions are growing each day. So, yeah, certainly football is something that I see as a vehicle to drive me to my greater passion, which is helping people.
Will you go back to Africa?
Go back in permanently, or?
No, well, I mean, I presume while you're playing between seasons, or?
Yeah, I haven't got anything planned as such, but I'm sure I'll get back there sometime soon.
Well, Harry, I reckon you stitched Mike up tonight. I reckon it was 40 love, and we've got no more time for the second set. So it's been great for you to come onto the program and share a little bit of Harry's world with us, and we look forward to seeing you in action on Friday night. Good luck, and thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you very much.
We've got a deal to do before you go.
Harry O'Brien, our special guest on the couch. More to come straight after this.